Welcome back, everyone, to another episode of the Rankaholics podcast. I'm your host, John Luca, and I am joined by my other co-hosts,
Crazy.
Jordan, Pat, and Giuliano.
Hello.
It's Jorban, actually.
Jordan?
Yeah, it's Jorban.
Since when? Since the
Since
2-week
last time
since
we
the 2-week
recorded.
hiatus
No,
that
it's
we've been.
it's Jorban, guys.
Jordan.
He's a new
back.
person.
If you call me anything else for this next month, I will correct you.
Hey,
Okay.
Craig.
Got him. Okay, so I'm just gonna get right into it. We are doing NFL, like an NFL preview of the upcoming seasons when this comes out.
And
Well, I
we
guess
just
it'll be
lost
today.
90% of our female
Yeah,
audience.
yeah. So
90% of our audience.
Yeah, basically.
It'll be a low view week.
Yeah, yeah.
Who are the females that are going to listen? I think it's 100% of our female audience.
My mom.
Your mom. Never mind.
Yeah.
My mom.
Thanks,
That's
Mom.
9 of the 10.
Isabel will force her way through it.
And then she'll say, "I hate it."
And
Yeah.
Susie will listen and be like, "Why is it a sports episode?"
Yeah. But
Fix your mic and fix your mic.
Why was my mic need
Yours
fixed?
is like
Hey, how's my mic?
not at your mouth level. You're doing good, just like me.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Giuliano's
talking
is
about,
like this the whole time.
I'm sorry.
My
anyway.
chin does the ducking.
Yeah. So we are doing just an upcoming NFL preview. It starts tomorrow. We are all very excited. This is an exciting time for us guys, and we just did like a ton of fantasy drafts.
Oh my gosh.
And
so many.
I think if you remember
last week,
Yeah. If you remember last year during a couple of our episodes, we would randomly check our fantasy scores and stuff like that.
that's
so
when we recorded on like Thursdays.
yeah. And like,
Yeah.
oh, did my team get a touchdown or whatever?
Which, by the way, guys, we cannot record on Sundays.
No.
Oh, no.
We'll be occupied.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Well, anyway, let's get right into it. We're gonna start with this first section. I put down as bold predictions when I texted you guys. I said hot takes, but when I realized after I was writing these down, I was like, these are more at least for me, these are more predictions.
Well, I
than-
guess I wrote predictions too.
Right. Yeah.
I have hot
instead
takes.
of hot takes.
I
'Cause was like,
definitely
hot-
have hot
okay.
takes.
They're same.
Right.
They're pretty
No.
much-
Well,
No,
it's
no,
a
no,
little
no.
hold on. They're a little different because hot
They're a
takes are
little
more
different.
like they've already happened.
No.
No.
Yeah.
A
Hot
hot
take.
take is way bolder, I think.
Yes.
No. That is not what that is.
Hey, we should call them bolder
No,
predictions.
Oh, hold on. We'll say one and we'll
Bolder.
say if that's a bold take or a hot take or a bold prediction.
Okay, that
Nice.
sounds good with me.
Say one.
Yeah. Anyway.
Now I'm
Everyone wants
curious.
to
Yeah,
That's a hot
Giuliano,
take.
Giuliano,
Giuliano.
throw a
What?
hot take prediction that's
Want me to
bold out.
rotate my notes.
Yes.
Um,
I saw your
Okay.
bold prediction. So.
I'll give you my number 3, just because I like the name and it was my this. All right, well, I'll explain that later. Okay, Darnell Mooney will finish the season as a household name, and quotes, "A phoenix will rise from the ashes."
Nice. As a household name.
Elaborate,
Okay.
please.
So I think Darnell Mooney will have a great year this year, and although Chicago might not be that great, I think Darnell Mooney will be.
He
I
does-
can agree with that.
Yeah, he has all the potential and all the
Justin Fields
makings
thrown
of
to
a,
him.
Did he finish 1,000 yards last year?
That's a
That-
good question.
It's a
Let
great
me
that I
check
don't
my
know.
notes.
I don't think he did. I think he was close.
Let me check my notes.
Guys,
I think
let's go.
he
Let's
could-
go. Let's go. We should know this stuff.
we should know, guys. If we want to be
You
analysts,
guys
we
keep
should know this
talking.
stuff.
I won't look it up.
Well, no, I think
Yeah.
I think that is.
He finished with 81 receptions, 1,055
He had a-
receiving
over
Yeah,
1,000
see, I know
yards.
my stats.
by 50.
That's what the rookie QB,
That's
by
half
the
a
way,
football field.
and a terrible offensive line,
Yeah.
which is even worse this year.
Yes, but they have a better coach.
Well, we'll see about
Well,
that.
we'll see. They have a better, I guess, offensive scheme.
Actually, you know what? You can't get worse than Matt Nagy. So
Yeah,
yes,
so-
they have a better coach.
Yes, and I mean, even if I know it's just preseason, okay, so you take it with a grain of salt. But Justin Fields looked a lot better in the preseason this year, and he was targeting Cole Kmet and Darnell Mooney a ton. And I mean, there's a reason why Cole Kmet has such a hype around him, and Darnell Mooney. People are looking at him to take the next step. He had Allen Robinson's gone. Not that he really did much, but he has. Darnell Mooney basically has every opportunity to be the number 1 receiver in Chicago.
I mean, I want Fields to do good, but I'm
Mhm.
gonna be honest. I don't trust Ohio State QBs coming out of college
Hmm.
because I cannot think of one that has made it in the NFL.
That doesn't mean that can't be a first, though.
No, absolutely not.
Mhm.
But there is a good streak.
There's a
going,
good history. Yeah.
So hopefully he breaks it,
Yeah, hopefully.
exactly.
which is why I really don't want the Seahawks. For you guys to draft
CJ Stroud.
CJ Stroud.
Yeah. So, yeah, we'll go with Anthony Richardson. So, All right. Who wants to go next?
I'll hit you guys one.
All right. But by the way, was that a bold
was
prediction
a-
or hot take?
that was a hot take.
That was,
That
a
was a
hot,
hot
that
take.
was a hot take
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
You know, it's funny because you guys were talking about how you drafted Kenny Pickett.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Here's my hot take, or bold prediction. Kenny Pickett doesn't start one game this season, and Trubisky looks like the future of their franchise.
Oh man,
So-
such a hot take.
Hot take.
That's
okay,
a bold
that's
prediction.
That actually could
Yeah,
be bold.
that could be bold.
That could be
both.
really legit.
Mm.
Well, it's bold.
Yeah, it is super
So
bold.
it's
super
Spicy.
bold. Yeah.
Prediction.
That's spicy right there.
Spicy.
If
Yeah,
you put it
no,
on a Flames,
I'm throwing that one out there, and I was like, you guys said Kenny Pickett was your QB, and I was like, oh, that really sucks for you guys if my prediction becomes true.
Is that
Fuck.
just like a feeling that you have, or
Just
is
watching
that-
Trubisky playing on
Mhm.
the Bills in the preseason, and then watching him this year, he's done
looks like he's like
fairly well, and he doesn't have Matt Nagy now.
Mm-hmm.
He's got a lot of weapons with the Steelers. Offensive line's okay, but
Right.
he's a pretty mobile
got-
QB,
yeah.
so I'm not too worried about
And he's
that.
got a good running back to just dump it off to. So
He's not a bad QB.
yeah. And I mean, obviously, he took the Bears to the playoffs in 2018, so
Well,
or 2017.
Yeah, no, and yeah, exactly. He did have Matt Nagy. They did have a great defense,
Yeah,
but
But,
I mean, Steelers also have a pretty good defense. So.
yeah. So okay, that's pretty good. A hot take / bold prediction
But
there.
That
I
was
can't
good.
wait for you to hear the other ones then.
Okay. I will I will go next. This is one of my, I guess, weaker ones, but it's kind of funny. Russell Wilson still gets no MVP votes this year.
Dang.
No, that's not hot.
I think it is it is very possible because the main reason why he hasn't gotten it in the past couple seasons, he has started off hot and then simmered down, or he's done the opposite where he started off slow and then
Yeah.
simmered up, so he's never done a full season. But also when he's had the chance to keep going, there's just been, you look at all the previous years, there's been other quarterbacks that have just played well. Lamar Jackson, Patrick Mahomes,
Yeah.
like Drew Brees,
There's just so many good quarterbacks.
Matt Ryan, Cam Newton, the other ones,
Yeah.
the one-offs where they get the MVP vote, they just had a better year that year and statistically, and so
I could see that happening again with Josh Allen
Yes.
this year.
Oh yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
So
I think he'll do better than he did in Seattle.
For his-
But
yeah.
I think there's a ton of competition with Josh Allen and
Oh
Justin
yeah.
Herbert.
so many. Justin Herbert, yeah. Joe Burrow.
the whole division, I think,
yeah.
could have.
Derek Carr.
Though all three of those quarterbacks could finish with a stronger year than Russell
Mhm.
Wilson.
Do you also
Yes.
think if he gets one, do you think it'd be like considered if he doesn't, let's say he plays okay, I could almost just see it be like a pity vote. Where
I
he,
don't know
like,
if
he goes to
they'll pity vote.
Broncos and he's like he takes him to the playoffs and
Maybe.
he gets like
It
one.
depends
Has
on how
a big
well everyone else
turnaround.
played. Because I mean, if some
Well,
of
yeah.
those other quarterbacks played so well,
Mhm.
he'd probably be 0.
Isaiah, you're an angel.
Anyway. So yeah, that's just my thinking. Not that he'll have a bad year. I don't like.
Yeah.
He has obviously it's Russell Wilson and he has a ton of weapons. Arguably he's going to about the same talent that he did, at least on the offensive side, from Seattle to
Yeah, just
the
about, yeah.
Broncos. So
Hmm.
I mean you could debate, but yeah, I think he'll have a pretty good year, but I still think he won't get any MVP votes. I can see it happening.
I wouldn't
at
give
least.
him
I
any.
could see it happening.
yeah.
That's why
Only
bold
if he had,
prediction.
like a standout year.
What?
Only if he
If,
had like
yeah,
a standout
if he throws like
year.
50 touchdowns to like
Oh man.
5
Okay,
picks.
45 touchdowns would be okay.
Yeah.
50 touchdowns.
60.
He's got to throw at least 100.
6,000 yards.
He's got to just throw it up to Cortland Sutton a ton of times. No
Yeah,
particular
I
reason.
agree.
0 picks.
Yeah. And Jerry Judy. Because I have him in one league.
So, okay. Pat, your turn.
Lions don't suck is a hot take, bold prediction I have. I think
I think they'll do it. They'll
I
do
think
decent.
they're gonna have a much better year than they have in the past.
Can I connect
So-
the bold take
However many
right
years.
to that one?
Yes.
Well,
It
hold
was-
on. Before you, I have a question about his.
Yeah.
By don't suck, do you mean they have a winning record? Or do
Oh,
you
true.
mean
Or do they have like a better record than last year?
last year, which is
What was their record last year?
4 wins? 3 wins?
3 or 4 wins?
3 or
Whatever,
4 wins,
whatever
yeah.
Jamal
Who's in
wins.
their division? Cause
The Packers, Vikings, and Bears.
So they're not gonna have a winning record. I think I
Look
They
at
might do
the
good against the Bears.
look at their
They beat the
schedule.
Yeah,
Packers once
yeah.
last
Let's
year.
look at their schedule, and we'll determine right now if they have a winning schedule. I mean, okay, well, hold on. Determine. Do you say that they're gonna not suck? That by meaning that
people are gonna look at them and be like, okay, they did way better than last year. They still have a ways to go. They have a somewhat tough division to beat through, but I think they'll have a well improved year.
I don't remember if they won 3 or 4 wins, but if they have 4 wins, let's say they just double it and go with. Let's say they go 8-9.
That's solid.
That's
Yeah.
a solid
Yeah.
season for the Lions.
Yeah,
Yeah.
decent.
Okay.
That's an
Oh, yeah.
improvement.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I
exactly.
would take
And
that.
I can agree with that. I think that's a solid take. I don't think
You
it's
want to
a-
just go through the schedule real quick?
Yeah, we'll go.
I'll
through the
just say their
schedule.
opponent. You
Absolutely.
say if they win or lose. Eagles,
Win,
Lose.
Lose,
Commanders,
win,
win,
Vikings,
win,
lose.
Lose.
lose. Seahawks,
win,
Win.
Patriots.
win.
Win.
Dude,
I
they're going
say-
hot in my
hold
book.
on. You said Patriots.
I'll
Patriots.
actually lose.
Win,
I think they beat
Patriots.
Patriots.
I
I'd
think
lose.
they'd win. Cowboys.
win, easy.
Lose.
Kidding me?
Dude, I could see them beating the Cowboys.
Yeah, same.
Okay,
I
I,
think
could
they
see
could,
them.
yeah.
I could see any team beating any team.
Well, yeah, but
I
I'm
can see the
saying-
Lions beating any team.
I'm looking
but-
highest like
Dude, I'm just gonna be honest.
Best
It's
case
gonna be an
scenario.
L to the Cowboys.
what?
It's gonna be L to the Cowboys. No doubt L to the Cowboys.
I'm looking at best case scenario. I think they could beat the Cowboys.
I'm just being realistic, guys.
That's fine.
Dolphins.
Win, easy. Are you kidding me?
L.
Gosh, Tua.
Loss.
Tua and Tyreek.
I'm gonna give him a win on that
I'm
one.
gonna go L.
I think it'll
Just
end
listen
in-
to one of my
that-
hot takes
that one
later.
will end in a
okay?
tie.
One of my-
Actually, can you please let me know if it's a home or away game too?
Oh yes,
That does
that is
matter.
at home.
Oh, win.
Against the
Are you
Dolphins.
kidding me?
Win.
Detroit
Absolutely.
crowd. Gosh, so good. Their
And
fans.
then they play the Packers at home.
Oh, Packers.
Is that on Thanksgiving? No, it's
November
not.
6th. I
No.
think that
That's
is.
Thanksgiving.
That is
In
That's
The
India,
last weekend of November.
they play the Bears in Chicago.
win.
Really?
The Bears in
Yeah,
Chicago.
they'll beat
Are you
Oh,
kidding
no.
me?
It doesn't matter.
They'll beat
Chi-
the Bears.
Chicago's gonna get 2 wins this
It's
year.
not November
Dude.
13th.
Oh, Friday the 13th.
That's
I don't
Sunday.
think so. They play the Giants in New York.
Oh,
Win.
win. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, yeah.
I have Giants is one of those teams where I'm like I have no
You have-
idea.
yeah, they could
I
be the
literally have no idea how
Daniel
they're gonna
Jones
do.
might be the next Josh Allen here pretty soon.
Here's an easy
I haven't
blows
thought
up
about
this
I haven't
year.
thought about the Giants at all. Like to be honest, and I'm like, every time I come across them, like, are they gonna be good or bad? Like, I
I'm
really
gonna
don't know.
go with Lions.
I'm
winning.
gonna predict that that Daniel Jones actually has a decent year this year.
I hope so. It just
What's
not otherwise.
decent?
I still think he's not gonna. They're not gonna look at him and be like, he's our future.
He's gonna be back up.
They're
next
because I
year.
think this is the last year of his
I'm
contract.
calling it right now.
They have
and
to make the
I'm pretty good
decision.
at these. He's having MVP year.
MVP year.
No,
6,000
just trust me on
passing
this
yards.
one.
All right, the last
Okay.
7 games.
Win.
At home against the Bills.
That's
Win.
that's Thanksgiving.
L.
The Bills.
That's not
That's
Thanksgiving.
Bills aren't even making
L.
the playoffs. Kidding me?
Josh
What
Allen is
the heck?
easily the
The worst
top-
QB out there.
top
Gosh.
30 quarterback. Maybe.
30.
That's fair.
Right
Um,
behind Geno Smith.
At
and Drew Lock.
home against the Jags.
The
Win.
Jaguars? Are you kidding me? Is it in London?
December 4th, 10 a.m. No.
No.
Win.
Yeah, they'll beat the Jaguars. Ooh, I don't know.
They'll
I
beat the
say L.
Jags.
I
They'll
say
be-
L.
No,
They'll beat
It's
the
at
Jags.
Hey
home.
guys, this
It's
is a
at
quick
home, I
win or
think.
L. Stop
L.
thinking
L.
about
It's
it.
a-
L.
Jags.
It's a win. It's a win.
Jags. Win.
It's in December
I mean,
in
Has anyone been
Detroit.
keeping track of it?
Jags are coming from
I don't
sunny
know. I haven't been
Jacksonville.
keeping track of mine.
Okay, well, next one.
Vikings at
Win.
home.
L.
L.
L. Jets at home. Jets away.
Win.
Win.
Oh, away?
Away.
Win.
I'm still gonna go win.
A win. Yeah, dub.
Okay. Panthers away.
Win.
L.
L. Yeah.
That's an L. Yeah. Bears at home.
Win.
Win.
Win, dude.
And Packers
L.
away.
Win.
L.
Obviously, dude.
Biggest
in
L
Green
of
Bay
life.
in January.
So what was that total win last week?
I think,
I think it
mine
was pretty
was
split.
I think it was
16
like
and 0.
8-9.
They're
I
gonna
think
end
it
with
is
an
around
8-9.
honestly, I think it was around.
I think the
Possibly
Detroit Lions
9
are
and
going
8.
16 and 0. I think they could win every one of their games.
16
thought
and
you
0. Where
said
are
he
the
was
other?
prepared.
What's the other
hold on.
game?
So if they go 7-10,
Like,
8
did
and
it
9,
happen?
obviously an improvement from last year.
Yeah, for sure.
and I
They're not gonna suck, like I said.
they
Yeah.
are.
Agreed.
Yeah,
So-
okay. Realistically, yeah, I do think they will win at least 6 games. At least.
I would hope they win more.
Yeah, I think they're gonna win 7.
I'd say 7,
minimum.
at least 7.
And I like Dan Campbell, especially after
Love
watching
Dan.
Hard Knocks.
3
Oh, dude,
butt cheeks
Dan.
and a stick.
Yeah,
Can
So I'm
Dample?
gonna-
and a toe.
Can Dample?
Oh, that's what it was.
That was 3 butt cheeks in the
I know where
stick.
the stick came from.
All right, Jordan, you go next with
This is
another.
also a Lions one. It was bold prediction: Lions finish with a top 10 offense and a top 15 defense this year.
I can see
Wow.
Yep.
The top 10 offense.
Top 10 offense, I don't see.
I'm seeing it, dude.
No, the top 10 offense I see more than the
that.
defense.
Dude,
I
Amon St.
think-
Brown,
Well, that's why I said top 15 defense.
Right.
receiver.
Because
DeAndre
I think
Swift.
I think bold prediction they can get a top 15 defense.
Mhm.
Top 10 offense, I definitely could see it too,
Mm-hmm.
especially with the weapons
Mm.
they have on offense and
Who-
DeAndre Swift and Jared Goff really isn't that bad.
Yeah, he's
I think Dan Campbell's the most lethal offensive weapon on that team. And he's the coach.
I think
so.
Can Dample is actually better.
that's a fair assessment. No, but they honestly have all the weapons to be a great offense.
Yes.
So,
You're also forgetting about Camp Campbell.
Ah.
All right, Juliano,
Yeah,
Eagles.
you're referring about Campbell's chicken noodle soup.
all right,
Okay.
Juliano.
Don't doubt that in December.
My next hot take. I feel like this is more of a bold prediction,
We'll
but
decide that.
Tom Brady will throw fewer than 35 touchdowns because Gronk retired.
No.
They're a run-heavy team, and the last 5 years, Tom Brady's average has been 43, 40, 29, 32, 28, which averages out to 34.4.
Oh my gosh.
So
And they're without, Rob Gronkowski, like you said. They have Mike Evans, and that's about it.
Wait. First of all, when did they become a run-heavy team?
they are a run-heavy
They do run
team.
a lot. Leonard Fournette's become
Leonard
famous.
Bro, I've
for
seen
that.
Tom Brady throw 45 passes in a game.
Well,
Well,
But, okay,
they're
but
running
when
it
is it-
46 times.
I mean, I hope they're run-heavy because I have Fournette on my fantasy team. But
yeah.
I hope they are actually
think
pass heavy
this
because I
year-
have Tom Brady
That
on my
honestly,
fantasy
hey,
team.
let's.
I think this year they lean more towards the run than they ever
Juliano,
have.
bro.
I'm
great
thinking it's going to be
stats.
balanced. They still have Mike Evans, Chris Godwin,
I don't
Julio
know.
Jones.
They could run one more time,
Russell
passing,
Gage.
and that's
Is Chris Godwin out for a few weeks?
probably like a
no,
couple of
no,
games.
so
He's been healing quicker than people think.
he might play week 1.
Yeah, he's.
I have him on my face team.
Cool.
Been getting news every day, and his brace came off, and he was a full practice day on Wednesday today.
That's what
so
I'm saying. He'll be back.
He's going to tear his ACL on the first catch.
I hope
You're a
Gronk
terrible
retired,
person.
so
You would say the same.
So that honestly, I commend
That
Juliano.
is-
You did
yeah.
your research on that one.
That is
Yeah.
huge. Gronkowski's a huge.
So,
part of the
hold on.
offense.
Over under. You said 35. You said he's gonna throw
35.
less than 35.
less than 35.
Does anyone say he's gonna throw over?
You know what? I'm going under. Fournette gets 28 touchdowns this year.
Dude, Leonard Fournette, MVP.
All
season.
passing. Yeah, I could see the under being under 35.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but realistically, I'm gonna go over.
You are gonna go over.
It's 17 games.
How many did you
Not
throw last
16.
year? In 17 games,
Last year,
let's
I
do
believe
some
he
quick
threw
math.
43.
he threw 43.
Yeah.
I say he
But
throws at least 3 a
Gronk-
game.
How many-
17 times 3 is
Okay,
51.
how many
did- yeah,
touchdowns
how
did
many
Gronk get? Let's look that up.
Yeah.
I believe Evans and Godwin probably got the majority of them. But
Gronk probably got 9.
I have Chris Godwin. on
probably
mine.
8 or 9. Yeah.
Well, guess what that is?
Yeah.
30.
4.
Okay, why did you put Gronk to Bengals?
Gronk, that is not what I wanted to put. Gronk touchdowns. How do you spell touch?
Just put TDs.
I think he's going over 35.
Wow, Chris Godwin only got 5 last year.
Hmm.
Wow, there's no way you got 93 in a season.
Well,
What'd you say, John
career.
Liga?
Chris Godwin only got 5 touchdowns.
How many did
last
Rob
year.
Gronkowski get
That's
last
surprising.
year?
Last,
That is surprising.
why do you not have the freaking...
Juliano, do
Only
you know
have
how to
New
use
England
Google?
Patriots.
Just click on literally click on ESPN right
You
now.
could go to fantasy.
It's too
You
late.
could
We're
go
too
to
far into
fantasy.
this. 6 touchdowns.
6 touchdowns.
Gronkowski did.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
I wonder how
that'd
many
be
Gronkowski-
37.
So take that away and it's still over 35.
Yeah, but his
I still think he
average
throws
out.
over
So-
35, but
Well, that's why this is a
Now
hot
you
take.
could throw in his offensive line's gone
prediction.
worse. He's lost his 2 starting centers.
Yeah, true. I
and
think that'll
you
definitely
everyone
take a
knows
big
that
step
you
back.
need 2 centers to start starting line.
Well,
so.
you need at least one, so...
And there's the other one. So.
They also lost one of their guards, I believe, to the Bengals.
Yes.
Exactly. So,
Offensive
run-heavy
line's been
team
worse.
as well.
But it's Tom Brady, so
Yeah, he's 45 now. He retired for.
I think the
How
old age
long?
honestly starts to hit him
also,
this season.
also,
okay.
Yeah.
How
also,
how
listen to-
many years have you been saying that?
Hold
This
on.
is the
No,
year.
no.
This is the year.
Because I feel like every year he gets doubted, and every year it's like
I think
I'm
goes
not-
off.
I'm not doubting his ability or
Oh, I was
anything
talking about
like
them
that.
saying he's gonna
I think
Let's-
this
die
is
from old age or
Let's
something.
do an over under on when Tom Brady retires. We're not doing years. We're gonna do months.
bold prediction. 80 years old.
6 months over under.
He's
into
gonna
the season. He's not
retire
gonna retire in this.
No,
in
season.
the
6 months
middle
from
of-
now.
in the
Oh.
middle of a game. Like that one Bills
Antonio
player.
Brown.
Or
Oh, Antonio Brown.
No, not him.
Oh,
No,
There's
he's
another
talking
one.
about the
Von-
cornerback
Yeah.
who quit.
Fonte Davis or something
Yeah.
like that.
Hey, he's
Um,
not quitting.
no.
Sorry.
Also, he is in a big argument with his wife.
Yes.
Actually,
Giselle Bundchen.
because he went back to playing football.
That's
Yeah.
true. I know when Aaron
Yeah.
Rodgers was
It's-
having girl issues,
And that's
it
why
never
he was
went
missing
well.
from a bunch of the preseason. He was
Mhm.
just on personal.
Oh, I thought he
F
was
them
kissing
kids.
his kids on the mouth or something.
Yeah.
No.
So
So
Not
yeah,
bad.
it hits him this year, and he's like, "All right, honey, I'm done." And then he's like, "Just kidding." And then he marriage problems.
Yeah, he's like, I want to spend more time with my wife and kids, and then goes and plays football again. So
I think he's gonna be fine.
he needs to learn from who's the Rams, old offensive lineman who retired right after the Super Bowl.
Whitworth.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
Whitworth. With
was
his
it
kids right
Whitworth?
there.
okay.
Yes.
All right, I'll go next, and this kind of goes in with what Jordan said about the Lions, except this is for the Seahawks. So this is my being optimism.
Don't
as a
compare the
Seahawks fan.
Seahawks to the
Okay.
Lions, dude. Okay,
Okay.
it's not the same thing.
So the Seahawks will have a top 15 offensive line by the time the season is over. I think that's very
It's
possible.
believable.
And the Seahawks defense will also be top 15.
Believable.
I believe that one, because I believe that the Seahawks defense isn't as bad as what people think.
Mm-hmm.
Also, because during the preseason, when they like were doing bad or whatever, a lot of it was because that the Seahawks just didn't like game plan a ton, because they don't play against those teams a lot. So yeah, they made mistakes, but it was like because of how the other team's game plan
Mhm.
was, and not necessarily how their defense is.
Everyone's going to point to Bobby Wagner leaving, and they're going to be
Mhm.
like, oh my gosh, Bobby Wagner, you lost an All-Pro Hall of Famer. Your defense is going to suck now. You have no corners, stuff like that. Here's the
You got
reality,
Kobe
okay?
freaking Bryant, dude.
Okay, yeah, Kobe Bryant rose from the ashes. He now is a
Wow.
football player.
Literally ashes, like where the helicopter crashed.
And Michael Jackson, right?
Yeah, and Mike Jackson, which Sam sent me. I told Sam to send me any hot takes, like all that stuff. And one of his, and I want to know why he said this. He said, Seahawks prediction: Mike Jackson turns into a solid corner. I'm like, that one kind of came out of nowhere. So
That is kind of funny.
I was like, well, because okay, so let me.
I
I'm a
had a
Seahawks fan.
different
Let me
take.
give you my in-depth review.
Then like Mike
here.
Jackson like turns white during the season or something like
Yeah.
that.
So the Seahawks, as far as their offensive line, they drafted 2 tackles. Abe Lucas for the right tackle, and Charles Cross was their first pick
Right.
for the left tackle. And they both have been playing really well in the preseason. Now I know it's preseason, but in the past, the preseason offensive line for the Seahawks has looked crappy.
Yeah.
Okay, has looked horrible. This year, it actually looks good in the preseason, which we can only assume that will look somewhat like going into the regular season. Charles Cross, he was majorly a pass blocking left tackle. He played for Mike Leach's system in Mississippi State, so he has, he's had a lot of experience pass blocking. His knock was his run blocking, but he's looked pretty good as far as run blocking. And Abe Lucas has had a lot of highlight plays as far as pancaking people on run blocks, and he also pass blocked a lot. So they've both looked really solid. And I know it's risky to start 2 left tackles or it's 2 rookies on your offensive line, especially being at the left tackle and right tackle. But they both have looked really solid, and their guards have experience, and their center also has experience in playing for the Rams and Chiefs, I believe. So I think by the end of the season, they definitely could be a top 15 offensive line. I don't think people will have them as like the worst offensive line. I think that is, they've been improving slowly for the past couple of years now, and they've actually become a little bit decent. And a lot of the times, Russell Wilson, the reason he got sacked was because he holds onto the ball way too long and he doesn't check it down. And that needs to be a part of his game
Yep.
if he wants to.
He's checking down Javante all
He
all
better.
year. Because
If he-
he's on multiple teams
Exactly.
in my leagues.
Yeah. So he needs to start checking the ball down. And Russell Wilson never did that with the Seahawks. So,
Yeah.
and Geno Smith will. So you can already erase some sacks from it being the offensive line. And the defense, Bobby Wagner, them losing Bobby Wagner is a hit in some way because he was reliable. He played almost every single game last year. Or he's been pretty solid. He hasn't missed very many games. He missed some games last year towards the end of the season, but they knew that they weren't going to keep him. So they were like, why? We don't want to
Yeah.
risk him to injury or anything like that. So, and their defensive line is still upcoming. I think I think their weakest spot will be linebacker, but Jordan Brooks is a pretty good linebacker,
Yeah,
and they can
Right.
always draft that. And their corners looked pretty solid, honestly, towards the end of the year. Sidney Jones was actually looking pretty good, and
Cody Barton looks pretty good too.
Cody Barton looked pretty good filling in for By Wagner. So hopefully he can keep that same level of play. But the corners, they drafted 2 rookie corners, and one of them played opposite of Sauce Gardner, so he saw all the action,
Mm.
and he won an award. Which one was it? It was the, I don't know if he was the one that won the Jim Thorpe Award, or unless that was Tariq Woolen. But who was it? What did I say? Tariq Woolen was the one, I believe, that played opposite of Sauce Gardner, so he saw all the action
Mhm.
and still won an award over Sauce Gardner. So I mean,
Wow. Yeah.
that's gotta mean something. And Kobe Bryant's also looked really good too.
Mm-hmm.
And I believe he's gonna be the starting nickel corner. And the Seahawks do pretty good of developing their nickel corners.
Yeah.
Aside from Ugo Amadi, who did all right, but he had
It's 'cause he's from the Ducks.
Yeah.
You don't take secondary from the Ducks unless they're a safety.
that's true. Quandre Diggs has had 5+ interceptions in the past 3 seasons, so he has been very solid. And Jamal Adams, as much hate as he gets, he is pretty good. Like he's not good at cornering.
He's not good in pass
and he
protection.
can't. Yeah. But if you blitz him right, like
Yeah,
I'm tired.
yeah.
Part of the reason last year or the past couple of years the Seahawks defense sucked is because their defensive coordinator was horrible and was dropping
Yeah.
defensive linemen into coverage,
Yeah.
and that just does not work. You want fat men
Yeah.
covering
Yeah.
so much
Well,
space.
obviously he's better than most safeties.
Right, and he
But
is
he's
better than most
still
safeties. He's not
gave up way too much.
right, but the
Yeah.
year previous he got he broke the record for the most sacks by a DB, which they're blitzing him all the time. That's what he does
Yeah.
best.
Yeah.
So start doing that. I mean, if you need to
Mhm.
gain pressure,
Yeah.
do what you need to do.
If
you
you
know?
can do that, then be ready to
Yeah.
cover and
and they
pass,
have people to
which they
Should
can.
work on his catching though.
definitely need to 100%. And I don't know if that's going to improve because I believe he has a finger issue that's going to
Yeah. Broke
No
his finger
excuses.
like
yeah,
in
and
the
like
summer.
and the preseason or whatever like that or
No balls,
practice.
he won't catch an interception.
Say that again.
So no balls, he won't catch an interception this year.
Well, hopefully, watch.
That's why they
Watch.
gotta
He'll
rush
get
him.
Russell Wilson will throw one. I can see it. Russell Wilson throws him one, week 1.
I'm hoping that'd be
That would
awesome.
be pretty
That
fun.
would be.
So, all right. So that's anyway. That's my. Those were my bold predictions. So
all of them.
no.
There's like 2 of them.
Maybe this isn't a big one. It's pretty much a theme almost every year, but Cowboys still miss the playoffs.
Yeah, I'd buy it. But actually, yeah. it's
I
hard.
think the Eagles are gonna.
Mhm.
I think they could win the division. I think they probably will. I think they'll win the division over the Cowboys. But I think the Commanders also are gonna do better than. No, probably not the Cowboys.
I think the Commanders are a very up and coming team.
Who are the Commanders? Oh, Redskins.
Redskins, yeah.
Hey yo!
Canceled.
Canceled.
Yeah, they have Carson Wentz now, who is much better than Stephen Heineke. What is that? his
Taylor
name?
Heineke.
Taylor
Come on,
Heineke.
dude. Disrespect
Stephen
Matt
Important.
Taylor, dude.
Hold on. So that's a very solid take as far as the Cowboys go. I don't think they lost their left tackle for the majority of the season, and they do have Jason Peters, but he's not being worked in right away.
Yeah.
And I've heard a stat that when Tyron Smith is just like when he's just out, their offense is so much worse. Like their averages for passing and rushing go way down, and so that, and they lost Amari Cooper.
Also, Mike McCarthy is the coach.
Yes,
I
and their
would never
defense
trust
is
that
kind
guy.
of. I don't know if their defense really improved because they lost Randy Gregory. And I mean, they still have Michael Parsons, but
No.
also Javon Diggs. There's no way he gets
No.
10+ interceptions again.
Not again.
No.
No, there's no way.
Hit the fluke, all fluke. Okay.
Absolutely. Dustin.
He
if
gave
you're
up so
listening,
many
overrated.
yards.
He's
Yeah.
he gave up the most yards
Yeah.
out of any cornerback last year.
Mm-hmm.
Like a ton.
I think it was like
Right.
over
I think that's
1,000.
why. That's the thing is he gave up a
Someone
lot of
look
yards,
it
so
up.
people kept throwing it to him, and he just,
Yeah.
obviously you're gonna get interceptions if you are
Ton
a
too.
ball. It's kind of like Marcus Peters. Marcus
Yeah.
Peters got a lot of interceptions, but he
Yep.
also got burnt a ton. So
Even then, I'll take Peters over Trevon
Yeah.
Diggs.
I don't know. I don't even really know if they really improved. And Ezekiel Elliott's not
Yeah.
getting any younger.
He's
Unfortunately.
27. This is
28.
This
I
is
thought he was
gonna be-
28.
He's 27.
Is he 27?
Yeah.
Hey, look at my fantasy team. Yeah. I hope he
Unless
does.
he just had his
look.
birthday.
Nah. I don't know actually if he did or not, but
So
I hope he
Trevon-
does good for fantasy. But
Trevon Diggs, there's 2 different sites that say 2 different things, but the Pro Football Reference assigned just 900 yards that he gave up but the PFF tagged him with 1,068 yards that he gave up.
Wow.
So, kind of around
Mhm.
900,000.
Still a lot either
Still
way.
a
Yeah,
lot.
a ton.
Yeah, and I don't know. I think the Cowboys.
He's overrated.
I think I could definitely see the Cowboys missing the playoffs. I think it's very possible.
Mhm.
And when you brought up the Eagles, that is very. I think the Eagles are going to be really good this
The
year.
Eagles
Yeah.
are winning the division.
Their
Yes.
roster, top to bottom,
Yeah.
is stacked.
Super nice.
All right. Did you have anything else you want to say as part of that take or no?
No.
Okay.
Julie?
Alright.
Yeah, I'll do another one. Let's see. Which one do I want to do?
Wow.
That's loud. Okay, I'll do every team from the AFC will make the playoffs, which is the Chiefs, Chargers, Raiders,
Oh.
and Denver Broncos. Denver Broncos.
Okay.
Oh,
I
AFC
was
West. For
confused.
a
Sorry,
second, I
AFC
thought-
West. Sorry.
Okay, I was
every
like,
team from the
AFC,
AFC
I'm
West
AFC
makes the playoffs.
Like, that's
Yeah.
a lot of teams.
Chiefs,
That is
Chargers,
that's a
Raiders,
solid
Denver
prediction.
Broncos.
Yeah, I agree.
Because
No
they're
NFC
all
teams make the playoffs.
great teams.
I saw something that was saying that, like, I don't know when the last time that happened was. It's never happened that
No.
all 4 teams from
Never
a division have made it. Well, yeah, since they introduced the 7 teams.
This is the
But
best
like
chance.
as far as like
But-
3 teams,
All 4 teams from a division making the playoffs.
right? But even like 3 teams from a division making
Yeah.
the playoffs.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
guess it
The Seahawks did it.
happened last
Did-
year.
yeah,
did
I
the
know. I think it was the
Seahawks-
first time though.
What wasn't Seahawks? It was the Cardinals. 49ers.
No.
and
But didn't the Seahawks do it one year, like 5 or 6 years ago? With the 49ers and the Cardinals?
Rams. I don't know.
No. They
It
could-
would have been the Cardinals.
It would've
been the Cardinals.
Years ago.
I don't know. Anyways, I know it was like in the talk
No,
that it was
it was
almost going
Rams.
to happen.
I'll have to look at what year it is.
Rams. It would have been.
Was the year
Wait,
they won
when
this-
Carson Palmer was the QB
Yeah.
that
Oh,
one
for the
year,
Cardinals?
they made the playoffs.
And the Seahawks did.
Seahawks did. I don't know. I don't think the 49ers did.
No, yeah, I don't think they did.
I'll look
I
it
gotta
up.
say that is probably the most toughest division in the.
Oh, it by
Yes,
far is for
absolutely.
sure.
Easily.
And
They're
each
stacked.
game is gonna be like a must watch.
Oh
sure.
yeah.
Yes.
Yes. So many fantasy players in that. In those
Every
games.
one of those quarterbacks could win MVP other
Yep.
than Wilson, but
Yeah.
I feel like
No,
Derek
well, look,
Carr and
Wilson-
Wilson could
Wil-
are on the same page. I feel like Patty Mahomes and Justin Herbert are on a pretty similar like level
Yeah.
of playing field, and then it's like Derek Carr and Russell Wilson. They're also
Yeah.
pretty
I
similar.
put Derek Carr above. I know he.
Are you
would've-
talking about chances to win MVP?
Yes. What?
Oh,
Okay. What was the year
interesting.
they went 12-5?
The
Or was it
4.
12-4?
12-4. Well, 12-5 would have been last
12-4, and then he got Derek Carr got injured.
Oh, 2016.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, but then he got an MVP vote that year.
Yes, that's what I'm saying, dude. Carr's got a better chance.
That's the thing.
He's
That
got
was
more
probably
MVPs.
that was probably one of those years that Russell Wilson could have won, or at least like, but just other players get. Like I
Yeah.
think that was the year Matt Ryan maybe won it. I don't
Probably.
know.
Yeah. Is
But-
that? Yeah.
Yeah, because it's funny because that same thing happened to Carson Wentz too, like legit. Like the week 15, he injured his ankle and was out the rest of the.
Mm-hmm.
But they didn't.
I just like
Super Bowl.
Derek Carr's weapons.
No, I do like and
Devontae and Hunter Renfro and Darren Waller.
yeah,
It's a solid
Darren-
set right there.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and if they could
Mhm.
just run the ball,
Yeah, we'll see.
no.
Maybe
Josh
Josh Jacobs has a career year. I don't know.
Well, they didn't
I
pick up
don't
his.
trust
They
him.
didn't pick up
I
his fifth
sure
year
hope
option.
so because I have him in my league. So
Throughout this
So-
episode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have him on my fantasy team, so I hope he does good. All right, Jordan, do you want to go next?
Yeah, this is more of a feeling, gut feeling here on this take, guys. Baker Mayfield finishes top 10 in MVP voting.
top 10 MVP.
So
I
he gets an
agree.
MVP
I agree.
vote.
This is his revenge tour this year.
I
And
have
I think he takes a hold of it and runs with it.
tagged onto that. I put that. Mine are more vague than you guys. I'll just
That's
admit.
fine.
But I put that he had a good year and extends his time in Carolina.
They should.
That's
If
fair.
he does
Yeah.
have a good
Wow,
year,
how vague.
Right?
if I'm a Carolina Panther fan, and Baker Mayfield does good, why not
Yeah.
extend him? I
Mhm.
mean, you have all the weapons on offense, and your defense is pretty good. Like
Mhm.
it's underrated for sure.
Plus they have Christian McCaffrey. So
Yeah, they have Christian McCaffrey.
Yes.
And if Christian McCaffrey stays healthy, like
a big if.
a big if the past couple of years, but
he better because I don't know my fantasy.
They could have a really good
like
offense.
3
yes,
teams.
100%. Their offense could be top 10.
I don't know about their defense. Kind of underperformed last year at times.
Definitely.
Actually, yeah, I was surprised it underperformed after they got Stephon Gilmore. I was expecting
Yeah.
them to be top 5,
Mm-hmm.
but
But they did have their rookie corner last year got injured.
Yeah.
and
they
so
still have a
if-
good. I think they still have a lot of pieces in that defense
Mhm.
that could be really good. But
Mhm.
we'll see how the defensive coordinator puts
Exactly.
it all together.
So
So
no, that I think that's a good take because Baker Mayfield. I don't know. I would have wanted him as a Seahawk.
no, yeah.
Kidding me?
Yeah.
If
Honestly.
Baker Mayfield
Yeah.
went to Seattle
Yeah,
this year,
over Geno
we'd be
Smith,
making-
Andrew Luck. Yeah.
Absolutely.
we would have made the playoffs.
I
100%.
yeah. You know, actually, I agree.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter where he goes, he having a revenge tour.
Yeah.
So
Okay. All right. I'll go next. This one also is more of a feeling, as well, but also I could see it happening. Sauce Gardner by the end of the year will be a top 10 corner.
Oh, yeah.
wow.
Mm.
I'm gonna start calling him A1 sauce, dude.
Sauce. Look, Sauce Gardner. Obviously, he has all the makings of a very elite corner. He already. I mean, if you look at the preseason, I don't think he was even targeted. I think I saw. I don't know if he was even targeted, and obviously he didn't give up a touchdown in
Yeah,
college.
he's pretty
So it will be interesting. I'm
what?
definitely interested to see how he does in the NFL because NFL is a different game. But
Absolutely.
he's done a lot. I've heard he's done a lot of trash talking in practice, and as a
Yeah.
rookie, you gotta have guts
that
to do
confidence,
that.
dude.
Yeah, it's that confidence and that swag.
He
So,
got drafted by
The Jets.
I thought.
so
Now I gotta add in their bold prediction to actually go against that one.
oh yeah,
I think Derek Stingley is gonna have the best rookie season for a corner out of the two.
yeah.
Hmm.
That's my prediction because he played.
I'll go off of that. Tariq Woolen was
Kobe Bryant.
exactly. No, yeah, they're both. I mean, Derek Stingley is also a very good corner.
He's had a good preseason too.
Mhm.
Like learning from his mistakes and actually like improving throughout. I think he's gonna have a great year.
I just realized. I wonder if it was Tariq Woolen that, or Kobe Bryant was the one that played alongside. If it was Sauce Gardner or Derek Stingley. It was one of those two top corners that the Seahawks grabbed.
yeah.
So, but no, totally 100%. Either one of those two could, you know,
And they're both in defensive oriented
Mhm.
systems from their coaches. So I mean, I think it'll help both of them out.
right. So, but no, I'll be honest. I did see this take somewhere else, and I was like, I kind of like that. Like,
Hmm.
I didn't really think of it, but I was like, yeah, I could see that going right into top 10. I mean, that'd be pretty elite. But
I was gonna say the hardest thing about like being a corner on those teams is like how is the offense gonna play? Like how many opportunities is the offense gonna
Yeah.
have
Right, yeah.
against you? And like you got the Texans, who they could have a decent offense here.
Yeah.
And you have the Jets, again, who could also have a decent offense because
Mhm.
they have a lot of weapons. So we'll see how that goes.
yeah, exactly, because they could be on the field a lot, and then
Yeah.
you see a lot of action.
Mm,
But
Exactly.
it could be one of those things where if he gets a lot of action, he gets a lot of experience, and then by the end of the year, he's proven
Yeah.
that he can play with the big boys. So,
For sure. For sure.
all right, who wants to go next, Pat? Right. Or,
Yeah,
is
it's
it-
Pat.
or who
Pat.
is it? Okay.
That's Pat.
Patriots missed the playoffs.
Really?
Yes.
With mac and cheese, Daniel Jones.
Mac and cheese.
Mac and cheese.
Yes, with
Mac Jones.
Mackie Jones.
I just can't see it happening again. Like it happened the one year when they didn't have a quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
But it's Bill Belichick, and he finally gets a rookie quarterback that he can actually use, and they make the playoffs the first year.
So, can I just
no,
I
you
list
go
my AFC playoff teams and you tell me which one of those 7?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Sure.
The AFC is pretty stacked.
Bills,
it is.
Ravens, Bengals,
I already have it. Ravens.
Colts, Chargers,
That's it.
Chiefs, Broncos.
Let's go to the last few.
Colts,
Broncos.
Chargers,
I can
Chiefs,
see.
Broncos.
I can see him
okay.
getting over the Ravens or the Broncos.
Broncos one is. I can see it. I
you
see
say
more
Raiders, too?
more over the
said
Ravens,
Ravens.
than the Broncos
I
because the
think
Broncos.
over the Colts.
I was
for
gonna say,
sure.
did you say
No.
Raiders too or
Mm.
no?
I think the only reason I don't say the Colts is because the Colts are going to win their division.
Yes.
Mm.
That's exactly. They have a weak division.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It'll be easy to
Yeah.
win. So if Colts are, I for sure will probably be in. But
Yeah.
yeah, I could see Ravens, and I could see someone from the Broncos division, most likely the Broncos.
Mm-hmm.
I could see him getting in it over them.
It would be. It would be. If
Hmm.
Russell Wilson does not make the playoffs this year, don't you consider that a disappointment?
Yes.
Yes.
yeah.
100%.
Oh, very much
For
so.
sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, not unlikely at all because it's a stacked division.
And AFC is stacked, so like obviously
I
there's
wouldn't
a
be
good chance
surprised-
Patriots don't make
Right,
it
exactly.
Yeah.
because like
Yeah.
you have all these teams and like that wild cards. There's gonna be so many teams fighting for
Mhm.
Yeah.
it. But I don't know, me Belichick for me, man, that's my guy.
that's the goat right there.
When has he
no,
been your
that
guy?
is the goat. That is the greatest coach
Yeah.
of all
Mhm.
time.
Oh, absolutely.
Period.
Yeah.
Said and done.
Belichick. Yeah.
That's why, like,
Um,
when you see corners leave the Patriots, they
They don't do
usually
as good.
don't tend to do great
Yeah.
because that system really helps them a ton.
Yeah. And although their corners this year, I think their number one corner is Jalen Mills. So,
He did good last year
yeah.
though with them.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and the offensive lineman that they reached for
oh
in the
yeah,
draft
the center.
has played amazing.
Yeah,
So it's like, why doubt
the
his
Chattanooga
picks?
guy.
I'm done. I'm like done doubting like when Belichick.
Yeah,
picks people,
exactly.
because,
Obviously, he's
like,
not-
he knows what he's doing.
Mm-hmm. Although it is funny when they get rid of players like early, like they had Brandon Cooks and then they got rid of him, and he still
Yeah.
performs.
Well, yeah,
So-
but I think that was different because he came from a different team.
Right? Yeah,
At
exactly.
the time. Same with like obviously Randy Moss
Yeah.
and stuff like that.
So it's also what?
But they
No,
do not
no,
like
no.
signing like players to huge contracts.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. 100%. But hey, that's why they keep. They keep making the playoffs because they're able to pay other players and
Yeah.
keep their team relevant. So I mean, and it's Bill Belichick. So all right, who's next? Giuliano.
Okay. Tyreek Hill will have career low yards. Per reception. Yeah.
Nice.
Low
On my
yards per
fantasy team.
reception.
Oh, per reception.
Yeah, per reception.
So what's do you have research on?
Mm.
The only thing I have is because Tua won't be able to hit him consecutively, like Patty Mahomes did.
Yeah.
I saw a TikTok video of his throwing motion and why he can't. He has the arm strength to throw it far, but the way he throws the ball, it like decreases
Mm.
how far the ball travels, and so
Yeesh.
that's obviously very hard to correct as far as mechanics go.
And
Makes-
Mahomes obviously already has like a
Yes.
super arm.
Oh,
Mhm.
Yeah.
So-
I don't think he'll do as well as he did in Kansas City for sure.
Mm-hmm.
I don't.
I'm not saying he'll
disagree.
do bad.
No.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
don't
Yeah.
disagree. I think he might have lower yards per catch.
Mm-hmm.
At the same time, you technically don't need to hit him long for him to have.
Yeah, exactly. You can
hit
hit him short, and
You
he
can
can
do
take
a
it.
drag route like or a slant. He could be gone. So
Exactly.
You never know. And also, like hitting him in stride, even Patty Mahomes
Struggled.
struggled
Yeah.
to do that because he's so fast. And it's like, well, you have to time this perfectly.
Yeah, exactly.
With a guy
I
that
think-
fast, it's so hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think any quarterback, maybe besides like Josh Allen or Russell Wilson,
Aaron Rodgers.
Aaron Rodgers too, would struggle.
Yeah.
So I mean,
I feel like Russell Wilson could do it.
Russell Wilson could. The way he
Absolutely.
throws those moon
Yeah.
balls, like
I
he's
think he could do it.
pretty accurate throwing deep. So, okay, that's a good take. Who's next? Is it me?
Oh, that's my
Jordan.
Oh, Jordan. Yeah.
turn. Raiders and Broncos miss playoffs.
Wow, that's rude. I have
Yeah.
a hot take about this. Really.
I had this, and then he's I already know his comments.
Yeah.
Raiders, Broncos.
I think
okay.
I
yeah.
think there's a chance they can all make it,
Yeah.
but I honestly believe
Same amount of chances that
there
only.
will be a couple teams who do struggle, even with their stacked teams. I actually
Yeah.
think the Chargers will be a little bit under what we're predicting them to be.
Mm.
'Cause, I mean,
I
they
saw-
are
yeah.
stacked, but like I feel like every time there's a team that's like on
Super stacked.
paper, like
Yeah.
looks really good,
Yeah.
they always underperform.
Yep.
Mhm.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Only mainly because they're coaches,
Yeah.
and I don't really trust the Chargers coach very much.
And the Raiders, this is the first year under their new coach. So,
Yeah, but Josh McDaniels, so it's just like,
That too,
Yeah.
I don't trust McDaniels.
and he's had a head coaching job, so it's like,
yeah.
he.
So
I don't know. So okay, I'll go next, and this is actually my final one. So
Mm.
for the first time, and I believe we said 1999 was the last time this happened.
Sure.
An season MVP will win a Super Bowl.
you know what? It's actually on mine as well.
A season
But
MVP
it's
does
worded
win
a
the
little
Super Bowl?
differently. and
Yeah.
I'll
So
explain it.
if you look at we've talked about this off the podcast and maybe even on the podcast, I believe we did, but no MVP winner has won the Super Bowl since I think we said 1999, and I
Mhm.
think it was Kurt Warner,
Yeah,
or
no,
Marshall
not
Faulk?
Kurt-
It was Kurt
oh, yeah, it
Warner.
was Kurt Warner. Sorry.
yes,
With the St. Louis Rams.
yes.
I don't know why I think Carson.
So
Palmer for some reason.
you look back at all the
Yeah.
great
Yeah, it's crazy.
great players that have won the MVP, and they have not won the Super Bowl that year.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Do you have the list up, Giuliano?
That's. Let me see.
I'm just curious because
I don't have it up.
Okay,
Have
that's
one
fine.
MVP and not one Super Bowl?
Yeah, thanks. Whoever brings it up, we can go through each one real quick.
Okay. All right, 1999, Kurt Warner.
Wow, great.
Thank
Great
you.
research.
And then who won the? Does it say? Oh, it doesn't say who won the Super
Super
He's
Bowl.
the
Bowl?
only one.
No, I got
I mean, I'm
this.
pretty sure we
someone
could-
else can find the Super Bowl.
Well, no, we can name the Super Bowl winners off that year anyway. I know.
Oh, okay.
Super
2000, Marshall Falk.
Yeah, it wasn't.
Bowl. Are you guys looking? Are you looking at
Buccaneers?
MVPs.
Super Bowl MVPs or just MVPs?
MVPs.
MVP.
Okay, I'll look at.
I'm saying not the Super. I'm not saying win the Super Bowl MVP. I'm saying wins the Super Bowl. Their team doesn't win the Super Bowl.
Different.
Oh.
Different.
Oh.
AP?
Oh.
What is AP?
I did.
Oh, Associated
Could be
Press.
wrong then.
Okay, I can just name them off
No,
right
you-
now if you really want me to.
Yeah, go.
Bart Starr, 1966.
Oh, don't start from 1967.
Oh,
Terry
man.
Bradshaw, 1978. Some guy named Mark Mosley, I've never heard of, in 1982. Lawrence Taylor, 1986. Joe Montana in 1989. Emmett Smith in 1993. Steve Young in 1994. Brett Favre in 1996.
Okay.
And Terrell Davis in 1998. And then Kurt Warner.
So Kurt Warner was the last one. Okay.
Kurt Warner was the last one. And so actually the 90s happened
Right.
actually quite a few times.
Mhm.
And then after that,
After that,
just kinda
so
died
yeah.
off.
Let me rephrase. So no player that has won the season MVP, their team has not won the Super Bowl
Yes.
Since
This-
Kurt Warner.
since Kurt Warner in 1999. This year, I think that changes.
Mm-hmm.
So that will lead into or that will give a hint as to who my.
I already know who it's
MVP.
going to be.
Anyway,
We'll get to it
we'll get
after.
to it. All right, so
Yeah,
let's
yeah,
finish
yeah.
our bold predictions or hot takes or whatever. So.
Yep.
All right, who wants to go? Who's
Pat.
next, Pat?
I got 0. I got. All right. No more.
I have
me
another
alone.
one. Do you have another one?
You go first.
Okay. My last and final one is the Cardinals will miss the playoffs
I completely agree with that.
because they lost Christian Kirk. DeAndre Hopkins is suspended for like six games. So
yes.
they're dependent on Marquise Brown, who is a newcomer, and not saying Marquise Brown can't have a good year or anything like that,
Mm-hmm.
but just when a new player goes to a new team, there's some struggles. Zach Ertz is aging, and Kyler Murray is declining. Also, they play against the Rams and the 49ers, which both have great defenses.
Okay.
They also have who's their wide receiver? Marcus Brown and
They have
Rondell Moore.
Rondell
yeah,
Moore.
Rondell Moore.
Who's
So
he's
He was a rookie last year,
Yeah.
so we'll see how he does
so
this year.
and they have big plans for him. A couple things on that. I think the DeAndre Hopkins suspension goes in favor of your take
yeah.
because without him they have
They
not been very
struggle.
good. Now it'll be
Yeah.
interesting to see how they do with Marquise Brown. They were college teammates,
Yep.
Mhm. That's
so
true.
that you could
Yeah.
see that connection. I mean, Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase, Devontae Adams and Derek Carr. We'll see how that connection goes this year. But yeah, I mean, Marquise Brown hasn't always been the greatest wide receiver. Now, I did see a stat; he has had fewer drops.
Marquise Brown.
Yeah, he's had
Oh,
fewer
dude.
drops than who was it?
Marquise
Lava
Brown dropped so many
He did.
passes that Lamar Jackson threw to him.
He
Yes.
did,
It
but
was
he had fewer
crazy.
drops than who was it? Some of the bigger wide receivers. I saw the stat. It was
I bet Judy had more drops.
Judy I think had more drops.
And he was injured
Jamar.
that year.
I think Jamar Chase may have even had more drops. I'll be honest. I think it was just because they were so big.
Should watch some
and
of
there was
the-
Yeah.
there was 3 in the Lions game. The Ravens Lions
Yeah.
game.
Well, yeah. There's a video of Marquise Brown's drops or whatever, and
Yeah.
they're so bad.
Yeah.
But
So
I
yeah,
do agree
3 of
with
them
that
were
take,
with the
though.
Lions.
I don't
Mhm.
think the Cardinals are going to make the playoffs, and there's a few things to add. I think the coach is a big reason. I don't think Kingsbury is a great coach
Yeah.
at all.
mm-mm.
I don't think he's. Yeah, I mean, when you have to have DeAndre Hopkins in to succeed as an
Yeah.
offense, that's a big problem.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say Murray's declining. I would
That's
say
the only one I would
He's
disagree with.
struggling.
I would say he's struggling without his favorite receiver,
Mhm.
and I wouldn't say he's improved very much.
Yeah.
Do you think he's going downhill?
No.
No,
Like
he
in
just
a
needs to stop.
decline,
He needs
maybe?
to improve his game.
Yeah, I think
It's like
he
Russell
needs to
Wilson
improve his
when-
game.
Russell Wilson keeps doing the same move when he escapes the pocket, and now defenses have been catching on to that for years now, and he can't keep doing that. That's why Russell Wilson needs to start checking down to his running backs. Kyler Murray, he still has legs. He's still young. He can still run.
He's fast.
He's very
Yeah,
fast, and
very
it's
true.
very annoying. But at the same time, he can't keep taking the hits because he is not big whatsoever,
Yeah.
and he keeps getting injured, and
Yeah.
that ruins
for
their
sure.
season. So
Should have stuck to baseball.
anyway, all right.
Last and final take. Aaron Rodgers wins 3rd MVP, has best season of his career, and wins Super Bowl. Said and done. Unbiased.
You would.
I was waiting for this
Unbiased.
bold prediction. I'm surprised you didn't start it off.
I
That's-
wanted to leave it
yeah,
for
yeah.
the last one.
Which
Which is funny because I was done with everything, and then John Luke, I was like, I got some hot takes. John Luke was like, oh, what? Aaron Rodgers winning his 3rd MVP in a row? I go. And I was like, oh shoot, he totally
yeah.
called it.
Well, yeah, exactly. Look, if he wins a third MVP, it is more unlikely for him to win a third MVP than for him to have won a second MVP.
Right.
But and also all the like it's very winning the MVP. Everything has to go your way as far as like what your competition was like that year.
True. I will say this. I do have some evidence to back it up.
Yes.
Biggest thing for me, Devontae Adams is gone. Most people would think that's a bad thing. Last time he threw to multiple receivers a lot was Jordy Nelson, Randall Cobb, James Jones. I don't think Greg Jennings might have been there that year, and Donald Driver was also that year
on the team
on 2011.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if I have stats pulled up. I thought I do. That year was 4,600 yards, 45 touchdowns, 6 interceptions.
Mm-hmm.
This year, obviously, has a lot of new receivers.
Yeah.
I think it's gonna help him be like spreading the ball around a lot more. I think there's gonna be struggles, but I think for the most part, he's gonna do just fine.
Yeah.
I do think it's a more run heavy offense now than it was, so that will
Mhm.
definitely be a struggle. But I think he's gonna throw for 40 touchdowns again.
I almost want to disagree only because the receivers, the receiver bunch and the younger in 2011 seems a lot or is.
It was definitely stronger in 2011.
Yeah,
I think
so. If he does do it this year, I mean, it will be more credit to him, obviously.
Yeah.
And you could put that towards an MVP. I just don't see that happening because his wide receivers aren't as strong as they were in the past. And
Listen,
you're asking a lot from.
This is if Sammy Watkins has a healthy season. He's a good receiver,
And
He is,
Romeo
but
but
Doubs
he's
has an amazing.
struggled.
Yes.
But I
rookie
also think
season.
Romeo Doubs is going to be
Romeo Doubs and
an
Christian
absolute
Watson.
star. Steal the drafts. I think he's
Right.
going to be great.
Mhm.
Christian Watson, I actually think is going to be worse.
Yeah, I can see that happening.
So-
Alan Lazard also he has every opportunity, like I've said, to like other players to succeed. Somebody brought up a good point though that whenever they've looked for it's been Devontae Adams and then everybody else. When they've had a number 2 wide receiver step, like when Devontae Adams, I believe he's been out at least a couple games.
Yeah.
And they needed wide receivers to step up.
Lazard did step up.
He has stepped up.
I don't think he's going to be the first
No.
string. I think they're going to keep him more as a second string.
Mhm.
I think Watkins will play the number 1,
Yeah.
which is fine
So-
because I think that'll open Lazard up more.
Right, and I mean, if that, as far as you just need to have, it's gonna be like the Chiefs this year. They do have a really strong tight end, so that helps as far as Travis Kelce goes.
Yeah.
But you have a bunch of good wide receivers, maybe not great, not elite, but they all complement each other very well, and you have a very good running game.
Yes,
so
for sure. That'll open up
that'll definitely help.
a ton of passing.
And your defense,
opportunities.
your defense is really good, so that gives you
that's
all the
another
opportunities.
reason. I was gonna say I think Green Bay will have a top 3 defense
Mhm.
this year because they were missing players last year, had a top 5 defense,
Yeah.
and you just got them back and added a few in the draft
Mhm.
and added Jerron Reed. It's gonna be a big year.
Wait, was that the Seattle player? Oh, Jaron Reed.
Jaron Reed, sorry, I
I
said
did say
Jerron.
it right. I was like,
Sorry, Jaron Reed. Yeah, who's obviously pretty talented.
yeah,
Yeah.
He
Mhm.
does. So
miss him. So all right, so that was all our bold predictions, right?
yes,
I
that's
might
it.
have one more, but you guys keep
Sounds like- yeah,
talking.
we'll circle
as
back.
I'm forming it.
All right, well, let's get to our award winners. All right, we can do this one at a time?
Yeah,
real
let's
quick?
just.
Okay.
You want
Yeah.
to? Yeah.
All right, so I'll start first. I have my MVP, and this kind of goes along with giving it away as far as my bold
Yeah.
prediction. But my MVP is Josh Allen.
MVP is Josh Allen.
My MVP
Oh
is-
my
Dude, who?
gosh, what the heck?
That
And who does he play for again?
I'm just sorry in advance for picking Patrick Mahomes in our draft after these stats come
Oh.
but
I regret it too.
look, Josh Allen, obviously, he had the biggest jump that anyone has ever seen as far as accuracy goes. He's become more accurate. He might have a better running game now as far as James Cook being there, maybe towards the back half of the season as the season goes along. His defense is outstanding, so that's going to help him. Help them for sure. And we've seen the arm talent of Josh Allen and what he can do, and him and Stephon Diggs is elite. And Gabe Davis is going to step up. I believe that. And I
Isaiah
also hope
McKenzie.
Isaiah McKenzie is very good, and they have Jameson Crowder, who's
Dawson Knox is underrated too.
Dawson Knox,
Dawson
yeah.
Knox is good. He just got paid today.
Can't believe I traded him.
Yep.
And look, they have
Drafted
Jameson Crowder, very severely underrated slot guy too to play if Isaiah
Yeah,
McKenzie
for
ever goes
sure.
down. So, I think all that being said, Josh Allen, I think he's gonna have very good this year.
Yeah,
So
for sure. This is his year. I think to win
Mhm.
MVP.
Yep.
Maybe.
That's why I picked him for my MVP too.
Oh, okay.
Really
Cool.
Wow.
You guys' turn.
Yeah. All right, your guys' turn.
I got Joe Burrow as my MVP.
Really?
Finally has an offensive
Wow.
line, great
Mhm.
running game. He's got literally one of the best receiving cores.
Yes.
He
Period.
does. He has
I
very
think
good
Hayden
receiving
Hurst
core.
is going to be great this year in that offense.
Yeah.
I still think they do have a solid defense as well, but yeah, I think this is the year he wins MVP.
Yeah, it's not like you get worse with a better offensive line.
No, he
So-
he was already good last year, and then you just gave him an actual offensive line. I mean,
Yeah.
literally perfect.
Mm-hmm. 100%.
This
so.
is the time.
Also, I hope so because he was on my fantasy team.
Yeah.
And I have Joe Mixon, so one of my four. One of my four fantasy teams.
I want to change mine. Burrow's gonna tear his ACL.
That's the thing. You were like bringing up Packers, like AJ Dillon's gonna be good. I was like, yeah, I got AJ Dillon on my fantasy team too. So we does
Because we have so many teams.
We have too many
I
teams.
know, yeah.
Anyway, all right.
Too many.
Juliano, who is your MVP winner?
The big man, J. Herb. Justin Herbert.
All right, yeah, no, honestly,
Yeah.
solid pick. I would,
Yeah.
honestly, I love him so much.
I love
would-
him.
I literally want to marry him.
I want to
Alright,
pick
I'm
him in
not
all my
that
drafts.
hard for him, but
I'm
Yeah.
so happy you guys like an Oregon Duck. That's all it is.
No, I mean, it's the first one in a while where it's just like, he's a likable
He's
guy.
such a likable person.
Yes.
Just like not just as a quarterback. Like
But
I
as a
just love
player.
him.
All
I
the
just
stuff
love
I've
him as
seen
a
him.
person.
Yeah.
That's what his Ducks
That's
do,
what
man.
Eugene's about.
Well, no, they're mostly leftists, so.
Yeah. And old people.
Yeah,
But-
Jay Herbie.
Mr. J. Herb.
J.
But-
Herbie fully loaded.
I get, yeah. Oh, okay. All right, for my offensive.
O-P-O-Y.
What?
Plus, he's close enough to
Yes.
San Diego, aka kind of from there, and I love San Diego.
Yeah.
So
Okay. All right, offensive player of the year. I have Justin Jefferson. The Vikings hired a new head coach. They got rid of
Oh,
Mike
yeah.
Zimmer.
Yeah.
Their offense is looking to be. It's under that Rams tree,
Mhm.
where very offensive oriented, and Justin Jefferson even said that he was like, I see why Cooper Kupp gets open all the time now, and so
Mhm.
I think Justin Jefferson is gonna have a great year. Kirk Cousins gets too much hate.
He does get too much.
And
he's
so bad.
absolutely.
I like Kirk also. So
Well, he can't win big games,
He-
but he is
he
a good
can't.
He is-
quarterback.
he
He
can win
cannot.
big games. Okay.
Wait
No,
till
I
I
mean,
see it.
The
look.
stats differ. The stats
Anyway,
disagree.
that Vikings team is improved, and Justin Jefferson's only getting better. It's his third year, and I think he's gonna just tear. I mean, he's already turned the league up, but I think he's gonna just have an amazing year this year.
Yeah.
So, he is my pick for offensive player of the year.
my pick for offensive player of the year is Jonathan Taylor.
Ah, interesting.
Wow.
I know, big
Nice.
shocker. Really hope so, because he's on at least one of my fantasy.
Yeah. Any particular reason?
I don't know. He's a beast. That's
Yeah.
all I have to say.
He does have a better quarterback this year,
Yes,
Yeah, true.
yes.
He does.
so better opportunity. Carson Wentz wasn't the greatest for him, and
Yeah.
they almost relied on him like the Titans rely on Derrick Henry. And I don't know if that's what the Colts want to do. I mean, obviously he's their best player on offense, so you give it to that guy.
Yeah.
But you have a capable quarterback now, so spread the ball around. You don't have to run it every time. You have Michael Pittman and
Yeah. She's
And,
on my fantasy team, so.
right.
Yeah, man.
yeah. So exactly. Anyway, all right. Jordan. You
Hold on. I do
Alright.
want to say real quick, a stat about Kirk Cousins in primetime games. He is 8-17. He's 4 for 4 on Sunday night, but on Monday night is the real kicker. He's 1 for 9.
The real kicker. Yeah, I wonder how many of those primetime games were against the Seahawks, though. I feel like he has lost all the primetime games to Seahawks.
It's just not the greatest in
Yeah.
prime time.
Yeah, he really is not.
And when he does
Um,
win in prime time, he's like, "You like that?"
Yeah. Oh, dude, I honestly, I like.
I like him.
I like that.
I do like that.
I do like that. All right,
Like,
Jordan, you go. with your-
My offensive player of the year is Christian McCaffrey.
Oh, good. I have him on my fantasy team.
I mean, all I gotta say is I think he has been out for a little bit for the last 2 years. I think this is the year he's finally healthy. Baker Mayfield,
Revenge
the
year?
revenge tour, obviously.
Christian McCaffrey revenge tour.
Dude, both revenge tours
Yeah.
are gonna work so well together.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's gonna win offensive player of the year.
He also gets a lot of hate. I get why, because he's been injured, but people also call him overrated, which I think is
He's not overrated.
He is not overrated because when he's on the field and healthy, he is the best player.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
He is.
He's by far the best running back
Yes.
in the NFL.
Oh, yeah.
for sure, which is good
Mhm.
because
Because he's on a grid.
Yeah. So, all right, Juliano, you go next.
All right. Speaking of running backs, now this might be a little biased. I don't know why I like him a lot, but he's very cool, and it's the king, Derrick Henry.
I was with you.
He's just,
Hey, if-
he's good, dude. The stiff arms that he has, not only that, but he's fast and just he's so powerful, and he's basically the whole Titans offense.
Pretty much, yeah.
I did see a stat as far as fantasy goes for running backs who have come off an injury and like they're 28. They have like it's not a stat, but they named a bunch of running backs who have after had like pretty significant injuries come back and have had great seasons.
Adrian Peterson.
Marshawn Lynch. Gosh, I'm missing all the other
That's
ones
it?
now. Like yeah, that's it. No, there was a ton, but
Derrick
there's
Henry.
Derrick Henry. You know what? He could fall into that list. He is pretty old, but the other thing you have to remember is Derrick Henry didn't start right away when he got in the NFL. He was
Yeah.
behind DeMarco Murray for a couple years.
Dude, I love Murray, dude.
So
Yeah.
he didn't start right away, and also those running backs, he's a different breed. He's one of the more old-fashioned
Absolutely.
ones. So
yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
I love that stat, Jonica, because he's also on my fantasy team. So
Yeah. Is everybody on your
All
all right,
fantasy
all
team?
right. Let's go on to defensive player of the year. I have Micah Parsons.
Oh, he's on my fantasy team.
Yeah. All right.
Ah,
Micah Parsons, look, if the Cowboys are going to be on defense all the time this year, he has all the opportunities to break the sack record. I think it's very possible. Also, I mean, TJ Watt was a close second who I wanted to pick,
Yeah.
and you could arguably could have said should have got last year.
You definitely
But,
should have got it last
yes.
year. It's not even a question.
TJ Not even a question.
Oh.
TJ Watt, for
Oh,
sure.
for sure. Yeah.
But I think Michael Parsons, he's a second year player, right?
Yeah.
He's second year, not
Yeah,
rookie.
he's crazy as a rookie.
Yeah, crazy for a rookie to do what he did.
Yeah.
And I think
Crazy.
he's just going to take that next step, and he's going to be defensive player of the year. So
good call. Good call.
hey, good player.
thank you.
I put Myles Garrett. Okay.
Wow, really?
He's
Wow.
Even with all the helmets he's throwing.
that's why he does so well actually.
He's learned his lesson.
He this is his revenge tour. Okay. He's like, listen guys, I'm more than just the
Helmet thrower.
helmet fury guy. And
That's
he
That's actually no, good player.
Thank
Good
you.
player.
They're going to be on the defense. They're going to be on defense a lot too, so he could. All right, Jordan,
Yeah.
who do
I'm
you
gonna
have?
throw a kicker at you guys.
A kicker?
Yeah,
He's-
who do
I
we
already know.
kicker?
Say
My
your
defensive player of the year,
Steven Aushka.
Derwin James.
Wow, really?
Yeah, you're a big Derwin guy.
Derwin?
I'm a big Derwin guy. He's on
Okay,
my
a guy
Madden team.
named Derwin.
Not my fantasy
Um,
team.
But I think that Chargers. I do think Chargers defense is going to be pretty good, and I think he's going to be obviously the leader of that defense, and I think the safety wins it this year.
That would be pretty
Hey,
interesting.
So it's a little change for.
I
Yeah.
agree. Hey, I agree, except on the fact that you chose Derwin James instead of
Derwin, not Derwin.
instead of Joey Bosa.
Hey, that's a good pick though. Yeah.
So I
Joey
think the
Bosa.
Chargers will do good. I think their defense will be very good. Everything Jordan just said, but
But Joey Bosa.
But Joey Bosa.
Gotcha. Okay. All right, let's go to our offensive rookie of the year.
No, comeback player.
Oh, What? Oh,
You
okay.
said- you
All right,
already
we can do
said
comeback
off-
player.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, never mind.
Oh,
Sure,
okay.
whatever
okay.
you want,
All right,
man.
offensive rookie of the year. Look, I didn't want to pick this one because I feel like it's just not obvious, because there's a lot of options this year, but probably the most common, and I could see it happening, is Brees Hall.
Oh, sure.
So I mean, there's
I'm
nothing.
not even with the common one because I'm not going with the.
That's
common
fine.
one.
That's
I
totally
know.
fine. 'cause
I
I want.
kind of think I know who you're going with. It might be who I'm going with.
Really rhyme it right now.
No. Anyway, Brees Hall. I don't really have much to say as far as the fact that he's gonna get every opportunity. I mean, I don't know if he is splitting time with Michael Carter.
I
or not,
disagree.
but
I think Michael Carter is going to take a spot because he's on my fantasy team.
yeah, okay.
No, they'll split carries at the beginning. I think Brees Hall will take it.
Yeah, and it just seems like running
mostly
backs.
for the.
I mean,
in the
I don't
second
remember
half.
the last time. I'm sure it's happened sooner than I can remember. But as far as like rookie of the year, offensive rookie of the year, I can't remember when a wide receivers won it. But that's gotta be relatively soon.
I'm looking. So
Yeah,
you
look
keep
at
talking.
Yeah, I mean last year, or I know Jonathan Taylor won it. I don't know who won it last year, but yeah, look.
You don't remember
yeah, who
last
did-
year?
yeah,
it was
who-
probably. It wasn't a quarterback, was it?
Oh yeah, wait, it could be quarterback.
Oh wow, the last. That's not what that is. No, maybe it was Adrian Peterson.
Really?
Might have been a while ago.
Hold on.
Wait. Offensive.
Yeah.
Really? Like as far as a wide receiver?
Oh, sorry. Wait.
Offensive rookie of the year
I
winners.
totally put running back in.
Okay, here. Oh wait, I have it. Oh gosh, I'm an idiot. Okay,
Oh,
last year
yeah.
was Jamar Chase.
Jamar
then
Chase,
Justin Herbert.
Oh, so it wasn't
Kyler
Russell.
Murray. Okay, yeah.
And then
Saquon, Alvin
Barkley,
Kamara.
and
So I mean,
Alvin.
honestly, it could be this
I
year.
think running backs actually the least likely to
Yeah.
win the award.
As
Actually,
far as
not tight end or offensive lineman, but
well,
obviously
here
offensive lineman.
actually if you look at it. So past couple years, it's been wide receiver, two quarterbacks. You have Saquon, Alvin Kamara, Todd Gurley has won it. Eddie Lacy won
Okay.
it.
Dude, tight
Adrian,
ends
but then
never
you
win.
have like
Yeah.
quarterbacks, and then Adrian Peterson and quarterbacks. So I mean, usually, obviously, if there's been a good quarterback that year, usually quarterbacks
Yeah.
win it. But
Yeah.
there's no starting for the first time since I think it said 2007, I think, or maybe it's 2001, maybe 2007. No rookie quarterbacks are starting week 1,
yeah,
Yep.
and so
and they
That-
won't be at all.
and none of them obviously this year. This was a poor rookie quarterback
Dang it.
class. So that just leaves it really to wide receivers, running backs, and tight ends. And there's been
And
a lot. There's a
tight
lot of good wide.
ends.
That's
Dude,
fine.
I don't
did
think
say
a tight end
ends.
has ever won.
Yeah, I
Rookie
was
of the
just
Year.
gonna say.
No, yeah, I don't think it ever. I mean, like Kyle Pitts, if he had better. I mean, he had a really good year for rookie last year. If he had more touchdowns.
Right.
But that being said, also Jamar Chase had a much better year. So
He had a crazy year.
crazy year.
Crazy.
So
year,
that
guys.
being
Literally the
said,
best rookie
I
year
don't-
for wide receiver.
Wide receivers, there are.
He's probably better than all of us, to be honest.
Wide receivers, there are just. There's a good solid bunch this year, but I think Brees Hall is the best opportunity of any of the rookies, I think, to win it. So, all right, that's my pick. All right, who goes, Pat? You go
My
next.
offensive rookie of the year is Romeo Dubs.
Wow.
Wow. Way to throw it out there, dude.
Hey, hot take, guys.
That's awesome. That's a hot take.
Scorching. That's freaking.
I mean,
Bold
he's
prediction
got-
right there.
Carolina
He's,
Reaper hot take right there. dude.
He's got A. Raji's thrown to him.
Oh, Tom Stan,
Wow,
Who's-
Packer guy. Wow, rude, dude.
Yeah, I mean, hey, he's in a good spot to succeed, and I think he does that.
Mhm. So yeah. All right, Jordan, you
Nice.
go.
My offensive rookie of the year is George Pickens.
Dude, I hope so. He's on my fantasy team.
Yeah, I figured you'd say that.
Yeah.
No, honestly, he's looked the best, I think, out of the
Mhm.
receivers that have
Yeah.
been drafted. Even if he was drafted second round, he's looked great. And I
Mhm.
think if he gets the opportunities to play, he's gonna be the best receiver in that
Yeah.
team.
And I think he's already. I don't know if it's official, but I think he already like took over Chase Claypool's like as far as the depth chart goes.
Mm.
I hope so because I'm playing Colin first week and he's got Chase Claypool.
Yeah.
See.
So
Yeah,
and
but
Steelers do a good job of developing their wide receivers. So
they really do,
Mhm.
honestly. So
all right, Juliano, your turn.
that's why I'm right.
All right. Now I'm gonna throw a hot take at you guys real quick, and then I'll give you my offensive rookie of the year. I think. Well, I'll give you my offensive rookie of the year first.
Okay.
I think Kenneth Walker III. Now let me throw this hot take at you because I believe that Rashad Penny either gets injured or loses his number one running spot, and Kenneth Walker
Well, the
gets
first is
it.
definitely possible.
So
Okay,
Yes.
the injury obviously is very possible.
I hope
but
not
this
because
is
John fantasy.
Obviously,
but
look,
He's on a lot of my fantasy teams.
Rashad Penny, anytime he's played, he's done really well. That's
Amazing.
the part where I don't. The part of him losing his job, I don't know
Yeah.
if that really happens because anytime he's
Yes.
played, he's done amazing.
Right.
the only thing
So-
that would happen is
Is
injury.
the injury. So Kenneth Walker, obviously they drafted Kenneth
Not
Walker.
according to my sources.
They drafted Kenneth Walker
What are
to
your
be the
sources?
running
Trust
back.
me, bro.
Trust me. Anyway, they drafted Kenneth Walker to be that starting running back, maybe even next year, because they only did sign Rashad
Mhm.
Penny to 1 year, because it's kind of like a prove it. You know, you stayed healthy, maybe
Yeah.
we'll resign you again.
Mhm.
But Kenneth
Oh.
Walker, look, I hope so, because he's
Yeah.
one
Yeah.
as a Seahawks fan. I want him
sure.
to turn out really well, and he was good in college. And I remember seeing stuff
I
in
think he's
college.
better
I
than
was
Brees Hall.
like, yeah. So
I think he'll have a better career than Brees Hall.
Yeah,
At
I
the
think
end of the day.
KW the triple
KW3.
I is pretty good.
Yeah,
KW3.
pretty good guy.
all right. Defensive rookie of the year. I don't think this will come as any surprises. This was one of my bold predictions. I have Sauce Gardner.
As do I.
So, all right, yeah. So Pat and I both have Sauce
Sauce
Gardner as our
Gardner.
defensive rookie of the year.
Saucy.
Gardner.
Defensive
Ahmad Sauce
rooks.
Gardner? Yeah.
Ahmad St. Ramon Sauce
No,
Gardner?
it's Ahmad Sauce Gardner.
All right,
That's
yeah.
right. I know his full name.
I know this one. All right, Jordan, you go.
My defensive rookie of the year is Aiden Hutchinson.
Oh,
Hutchinson?
And
Hutchinson.
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 Dude,
Yeah.
I hope so. Actually,
I think he's gonna have a double-digit sack season
that'd be cool.
for his rookie season. So
After watching Hard Knocks,
Yeah.
I'm like,
yeah,
I
I
like
love him. He's awesome.
yeah,
I mean, I like the Lions,
yeah.
and I'm a Packer fan, so that says a
And
lot.
he's on a fantasy team, so
Get out of here. All right, Juliano, who is your pick?
I'm really glad you said you're a Packer plan.
Packer
Packer plan.
Like, can I?
it's my favorite breakfast. Packer
fan.
plan.
Because Quay Walker, I believe, will win the
That's fair.
defensive.
That's fair.
Yeah,
I understand that
that
one.
one.
He's a linebacker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Drafted in first round.
Is he starting?
He
Sure.
will be. Oh, actually, he'll probably be rotating in and out with.
Yeah.
You
Coach
just
Barnes.
looked at the draft, and just like, who's the first defensive player that was taken? Good enough.
No, but he is really
Yeah.
good, and he's learning behind Devondre Campbell.
No, that's a good person.
So,
to
and
know.
he's freakishly athletic.
Yes.
So
That is
you'll
what
be
I
able to
think.
defend
If
the pass
football
pretty
was
well.
basketball, he could dunk. Let's just say that.
Hey,
I'm
I
pretty
agree
sure
with that.
most football
Yeah.
players could probably dunk.
Well, but if it was basketball.
But if it
he
was
could dunk.
basketball,
Okay.
If football was baseball, he could hit a grand slam. Let's just say that.
which is just a home run when the bases are loaded.
No.
All right, let's
Get
go.
the grand
All right,
slam.
let's go to our comeback player of the year. All right, for my comeback player of the year, I have Christian McCaffrey.
Really?
Me too.
I almost put him.
Yeah.
So he would have won 2 awards for me, but I did
Thanks.
not.
Did you guys? Did you?
Who'd you put?
I sure hope so because he's on my fantasy team.
Patrick, you go.
I put Christian McCaff too. Christian Mingle. He's on my
Nice.
Chick-fil-A team.
Nice.
Yeah, Jordan drafted him actually
I did.
with my help.
What,
but
all right,
yeah.
who's your comeback player of the year?
My comeback player of the year is Baker Mayfield.
Okay.
That's fine.
Yes.
So
Yes, I hope
think-
so.
Yeah. No, yeah. Because
Revenge
France
tour.
team.
Yeah.
No,
Revenge
but
tour.
seriously, I really think
Yeah.
Mayfield's gonna have a great season, and after last year, this would constitute a comeback player of the year for him,
Yeah,
especially
Yes.
fighting through injuries last year. So
that's true.
And
let's go Baker.
yeah, then he'll get more commercials and all that, which I'm excited to see more than
Yeah.
anything.
I am too.
All right,
true, actually,
Giuliano,
yeah.
who is your comeback player of the year?
Now I've done a lot of research and
Is it
I
Quay Walker?
have a lot of sources, and it is Daniel Jones. He's gonna have a great year this year. He's gonna be the comeback player of the year. Honestly, he could have an MVP year, but Justin Herbert's gonna beat him out for it. So.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Let's.
I'll name my sources.
I want to know
I'll name my sources.
what your thought process was before deciding it was Daniel Jones.
I honestly I did do research, and they were like,
I'll just
they were
say,
like,
yeah, I did research.
Daniel Jones was gonna have a good year. The Giants. I don't really have much to say other than that.
okay.
But
You did
the
his
sources
research.
BT said a lot of good things.
Yeah. Okay.
Big
All right.
trust.
Let's go to our coach of the year. Did you guys?
Oh,
do,
shoot.
okay.
Oh,
did
I
you
didn't do
coach
that.
of
You
the
didn't
year?
tell me to do that.
No, you did not tell us to do that.
That's part of the
Yeah.
Otherwise, I would have done it.
Make it noted that he did not tell us to do that.
coach of the year.
Coach of the year? We didn't do that. What?
Exactly.
Yeah,
That's
see,
an award.
exactly.
That's an award.
Yeah, you didn't tell us
Yeah,
to
you
do it
didn't
though.
tell us
to do it.
All right. Well, I'll just write my. I'll say
Jordan
mine then.
Italian.
No. I have the Eagles coach Nick Sirianni.
I had that too. Who is it? An Eagles
Nick
coach?
Sirianni.
Okay.
Never heard of the
I'm
guy.
gonna tell you
Nick
my
Salami.
hot take. My coach of the year is Doug Peterson.
My coach
Yeah?
of the year
There you
is
go.
Bill Belichick because he's also the defensive and offensive
He's
coordinator.
won it too many times.
Because they don't have either of those positions.
Yeah. He
All
is
right,
all the coordinators.
I would say Lafleur, but he's had 3 seasons in a row,
Never
and
won
he
it.
hasn't won it. So I don't think
That's the
he'll ever
thing.
win
Pete
it.
Carroll's never won it, and Pete Carroll didn't win it when they won the Super Bowl. So it's just like,
Okay, my coach
Yeah.
of the year is Mike Vrabel because his game plan is get the ball to Derrick Henry. and Derrick
Literally
Henry
just
is
typed in
my-
Titans coach.
My Derrick Henry is the offensive player of the year, so
all right.
Really
let's,
can't beat
let's,
that.
Okay, let's go to our Super Bowl prediction. Okay.
Are we doing playoff predictions?
Playoff
first or
predictions
Super
first.
Bowl?
I didn't.
Predictions?
You told us to do it, so I
That's
did
true.
it.
I put I put all 7 seeds.
I put 14 teams.
Yeah, me too.
Okay. I mean, I have my playoff teams.
No, it's
I
fine.
just-
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, but I have them seeded, Gianluca.
I have my necessary seed.
Oh, I didn't
just
seed
didn't-
mine.
Oh gosh, you guys
You
seeded.
didn't seed yours, but you.
I
had-
didn't seed them.
What?
I did 7. I'll seed
All
them
right,
right
me and
now.
Gianluca
Okay,
go
wait, hold on.
first.
Well, hold on. Let me. I'll just name the teams that I think will make it. This doesn't have to be. I do have my 1 seeds though.
I will seed all mine.
All right. So for the NFC, I have the Eagles as the 1 seed, and then I didn't see the rest, but I have Vikings, Packers.
Eagles
Vi-
is 1
Vikings, Packers, the 49ers, Saints, Buccaneers, and Panthers.
Wow, those are good teams.
seed. I only heard the Eagles, to
All right,
be
let me
honest.
let me start over. Stop flipping your thing and pay attention.
I am paying.
All right,
attention.
Eagles
Yeah,
1
well.
seed, Vikings, Packers, 49ers, Saints, Buccaneers, and Panthers.
Okay.
The Panthers are the dark horse. in
Strangely
that.
close to mine.
Okay. Is it really?
Insanely close to mine.
Not at all close to mine.
Could be
All
could
right,
be
Pat,
extremely
let's- Pat, let's
similar.
see. Yours.
Jordan, you go because I'm gonna try and seed
Okay,
mine.
so mine are all seeded.
Okay.
I got Buccaneers as the 1 seed,
Mm-hmm.
Rams is 2, Green Bay is 3, Eagles is 4, 5 are the Vikings, 6 Panthers, 7 49ers.
Interesting. I just realized that I
Sure.
don't have the Rams on mine, but I'm sticking by that because I don't think.
I know. I was like, dude, you don't have the Rams on yours?
Look, here's the thing. I think Matthew Stafford's. And I don't want to predict injuries, but Matthew Stafford's elbow is going to be a lot and end up being a bigger issue down the road. I believe.
I think Stafford's got the biggest balls out of any quarterback from what I've seen, so I think he'll be fine.
They also lost Andrew Whitworth. They lost a couple offensive linemen, and
I'm serious. Have you seen him play through
Yes,
injury?
yes.
The guy's a man.
look. Anyway,
He's a man.
I feel like they're gonna have no running game this year. Also,
No, I think Henderson's gonna take over at some point.
I hope so because I think anyone that picked Cam.
Your
I
fantasy team.
no because
Dude,
I think Cam
Gurley's
Akers.
gonna
Anyone that picked
really-
Cam Akers made a mistake because Cam Akers is
absolutely.
gonna be horrible.
Absolutely, yeah. That's why I
So.
didn't pick him.
Yeah,
All
that's
right,
why he's not
uh,
on my fantasy team.
Julian-
Juliana,
you
you
go
go
next.
next.
Really?
So cute.
I'm going
Juliana, you
next?
can go next.
Okay, so my NFC teams are gonna be.
Bro, he has it pulled up on Safari.
Okay, wait. Do you not have him?
No, I didn't have them. I don't have them.
Okay,
Okay,
that's
let me. Okay, I think the Buccaneers will be in there. The Packers, the Rams, obviously, 49ers. I think. Oh, Buccaneers for sure. The Eagles and the Redskins.
Wait, does
I
the internet still say the Redskins? Report it.
I
Report
like how
it.
you're just
Wait, it
scrolling through
actually
the
does?
divisions.
Yeah.
What website are you on?
NFL teams.
There's no way that says Redskins.
Don't worry, it's not secure. So. It's
Okay.
allsporttalk.net if you want to go report them. Or say they're doing a good job. Either one.
Oh my goodness gracious. Okay.
Pat, you
Those are my NFC teams.
I honestly thought you said 6 teams.
I'm pretty sure that was 7. I was counting on my
Well,
fingers.
because you said Buccaneers twice.
Oh, did I?
Yeah.
Then we'll throw in. Hey, we'll throw in the Lions.
Cool. All right.
All right, so Pat, you go.
Oh, do you want me to seed them?
No,
Lions
no,
number
no,
one.
you-
Pat, you go. We gotta hurry this up.
All right, my 7 teams: Packers, Rams, Bucks in no order. Vikings, 49ers, Eagles, Commanders.
Redskins. Okay. Nice.
Yes.
AFC.
All right, AFC. I have as my 1 seed. I have the Chargers, and then I have the Bills, Chiefs, Bengals, Colts, Broncos, Dolphins.
I have Bills as my number 1 seed.
'Kay.
Bengals number 2. Chiefs number 3. Colts 4. Chargers 5. Patriots 6. And Ravens 7.
Interesting. Okay.
Okay. In no particular order. I have the Chargers, the Raiders, the Chiefs, the Broncos, the Ravens, the Titans, and the Bills.
Wait. Okay, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right, Pat, you go.
For some reason, I thought he missed the division.
Oh.
No?
All right. No particular order. I have the Bills, the Bengals, the Colts, the Chargers, the Chiefs, Broncos, and Ravens.
Pretty close to mine.
Pretty
and
close.
then
All
Broncos.
right, let's just go Super Bowl picks. Okay.
I got Bills. Oh, you go first, Sean.
Okay. So
Nah.
I have the Bills over the Eagles.
What's the score?
Wow.
I didn't pick a score.
Pick a score.
Gosh, yeah, we picked the score.
53-52.
Dude, lame
But,
score.
I got Bills Rams. Bills win 30-27.
Oh, dude, that's literally so close to mine.
Bills,
I'll say mine. I have Bills Rams 32-27.
That's actually mine. I got the
dude, it's like, dude.
I have Bills over the Packers.
No chance.
Yeah.
That prediction's already wrong. Packers would never.
Packers are
lose to the
never. Packers are never gonna win past the NFC Championship game.
Bills. You just had them in the
I
Super
know.
Bowl.
Well,
This is
it's their
fantasy.
year. It's their year. Yeah, this is fantasy. I didn't pick a score, but we'll say, let's see, Aaron Rodgers throws 4 picks, so that would be a score of 42.
Wait, what did you just say?
42 to
Okay,
6.
so I'm gonna stop
got
you
3
right there
safeties.
and make this real quick. There's no way Aaron Rodgers throws 4 picks.
Yeah,
that's just
I don't know.
unlikely.
I did
Bills
now.
defense.
I don't know if you guys did this. I did go
In
through
Arizona.
the Seahawks and Packers record.
I will go.
yeah, you said
I
you
didn't
were
go
gonna do
through
this.
it. I thought we'd just do it together.
Yeah, I figured
Okay,
we did
But
too.
can I
So,
just be
you
real
can-
quick? I'm just gonna throw some breakout players out there real quick.
Yes.
So
Okay.
we do that.
Make it quick. 5 seconds.
Okay, got it. Trevor Lawrence, Devontae Smith, Damian Pierce, Baker Mayfield, Tua.
Good. I like them.
You said Baker?
I did say
Breakout
Baker.
players.
Yes.
But you
Off
say
of
he's
last
already
season.
broke out
No.
because he did take the.
Who's-
Bears.
I wouldn't say he's broke out because
Baker
I think
Mayfield.
he's only been. I think he's
No.
been at most above average, maybe average.
average.
That's
Because
plenty.
Yes.
here's the thing about breakout players. I mean,
No, breakout for me is like you could break out from like he's average. He could break out and become
True.
an MVP.
true.
Yeah.
Because you could consider. I was gonna say a certain age, like how far they've been in the league, but then
No, that
you could-
doesn't matter.
No, because then I thought about Cordell Patterson last year, and he
Yeah,
was a
he broke
breakout
out.
player, but he ain't
So-
doing that again this year.
No, I don't think. I think it was a one-off season right
Yeah.
there.
So, I already went through the Seahawks Seahawks record, but we can go through it again if you guys would like.
And I'll be non-biased.
Yeah,
This is-
I'll be
this is-
non-biased. with
I'll
that.
be
Right,
non-biased
so-
as well.
Okay, so do we want to go through the Seahawks schedule?
Yeah, let's do it fast though.
Let's go real quick.
Super
Oh,
quick, guys.
Okay, so I have their final record. Just saying, I have it who they have the wins over. They're going to go 5-12. So I have them beating the Broncos.
Disagree.
Shocker.
All right. Honestly, I there's a solid chance I think that they could. Okay, like 100%, and that's why I'm gonna pick it. That's why it's week 1. If it was later in the
Yeah.
year, probably
Yeah.
not. It's week
Okay.
1. So, and then obviously I think they lose to the I think they beat the 49ers one of the times. They just always seem to do, no matter
Okay.
what.
I agree.
And it could be later in the year. And then I think that. Where's my thing? Oh, they lose to the Falcons. They lose to the Lions. They lose to the Saints. They beat the Cardinals one of the times.
Hmm.
They lose to the Chargers. They beat the Giants.
Okay.
Did you have him beating
Yeah.
the Lions?
Oh, I didn't. No, I
Sorry.
didn't have them losing. I had them losing to the Lions. I did have them beating the Falcons. I should say.
Oh, I disagree with that one.
You disagree
You
with that one?
didn't?
Mariota
Falcons?
MVP.
Okay.
season.
So I have them losing to the
don't you
Cardinals
say it then?
at least once. I have them losing to the Buccaneers, the Raiders, Rams, Panthers,
That's
Niners,
fair.
Chiefs, Jets, Rams.
Yeah.
I think some of those also could be switched. Like you could maybe say the
Yeah,
Jets.
they'll beat the Jets.
Jets maybe. Yeah.
I think they'll beat the Jets.
and
don't-
I
think
you could
Jets
ma-
are gonna
I
be
think
another
they have a chance of beating
Saints,
the Lions. Honestly,
Lions.
I think they have a chance of beating the Lions.
Jamal Adams revenge game. So
yeah.
Oh yeah, against the Jets.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, there you go.
There you go.
So there.
I
That's
think they sweep the Cardinals.
you think they sweep the Cardinals?
Yeah.
really,
So I think in their
I could see it. I
in
could see
their
it,
range
I'll
of
be honest.
outcomes, and I just listened to KJ Wright now has a radio show in
course
the
he
morning
does.
on Wednesdays, and he says that he has them going 8-9,
Oof.
and he sees it like happening because he's a big believer. Obviously, he played in the
Obviously.
locker room and has been on the field and seen all the talent and stuff. Which I was surprised, but also I'm like I kind of like I don't see 8-9, but I can see it on the higher echelon of like 5, 6, 7 wins possibly. I don't think they're as bad as people think, but they're not. I saw somebody predict them to go 2-15,
Yeah.
Okay.
and I don't think that
I
happens.
I
don't
think
think
they'll
it'll
do
be
better
that
than
bad,
that.
so.
Yeah. I don't think they'll get the first pick in the draft.
Let me go over Green Bay real quick.
I have Green Bay's also, but I have their
Let
losses.
me go over mine real quick.
Yes, you go
I don't
over
do
yours.
losses. We don't lose.
No, you guys are not going 17-0.
We're going 17-0 this year. No, I think they're going to beat Minnesota week 1. Minnesota has not been practicing in pads a lot. They are going to be rusty at the beginning of the season. Like, they straight up have not been practicing. They practiced in pads maybe 3 times.
Well.
So, physically, they are not going to be ready to start the season. They will lose the first game, absolutely. Chicago, easy win. We own them. Tampa Bay, we'll lose. We are playing in Tampa Bay that week, and Rodgers sucks in Florida, so...
He also did not do good last time we played Tampa Bay.
Oh, no, they did good in the playoffs.
No, I mean in the regular season.
Right, that was
No,
terrible. That was really bad.
Yeah.
And again, Florida is just not his place.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's the heat or the humidity or what.
It's the drugs. Oh, it does well with drugs.
Yeah,
never
what are you
mind.
talking about?
yeah.
New England, they'll win. They'll beat the Giants. They'll beat the Jets. These are all home games, and they're not the greatest teams.
Yeah.
They will beat the Commanders. I'm going to have them losing to the Bills, as that is also an away game.
Mm-hmm. It's the Bills.
And it is the Bills, so they're really good this year.
Tough
although-
away
And
games.
again, Aaron Rodgers doesn't actually usually do great against the Bills. They did beat him last time,
Mm-hmm.
but usually he does struggle there.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna have him beat Detroit. They're gonna beat Dallas. We always do. Dallas, we own
Yeah.
them just
Yeah.
like we own the Bears. We're gonna beat the Titans. I'm actually gonna have them lose to the Eagles as well. That is an away game. Beat Chicago. Beat the Rams. Beat Miami. Lose to Minnesota in
Mm-hmm.
week 17, and then I think I guess depending on the seeding, they might sit their starters the last week, so we
right.
might lose the Lions. That's
I guess I
yeah.
didn't really factor that in.
So
So I think we were pretty similar as far as who their losses to, because I said Vikings, Bucks, Bills, and Eagles.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Nice.
Those were all the losses.
which I think was a 13-win season.
Yes, 13-4.
13 or 12. I'm 13 or like at least 12. So pretty
Based
good
on that
season.
last game.
Yeah, and
Mhm.
again, based on last game, they might
Because
they might
last,
play
last
their
year
starters.
you guys lost to the Lions, right?
Yeah,
And
we sat our starters
Mhm.
because we already had the number 1 seed. So
But
Yep.
Jordan Love could be better. I mean,
he has improved. But
That's true.
Still,
Yeah.
eh.
and if the Lions are actually playing for something,
better
I mean,
not,
who
I'd drop
knows if what people will be playing for at the end of the season? I mean,
Yeah, true.
But yeah, that's pretty funny that we have at least the same teams for losses. I mean, I actually for the Vikings one, I think they lose the Vikings week 1. That was I think our only switch is I think they lose the Vikings.
Did
week
I
1.
convince you after what I said?
Because of preseason, they still played in preseason.
Don't matter.
Look, anyway, doesn't matter because they split the series. So,
Yeah, true.
and I can see them losing it late in the season because
Yeah.
there's also you never know about the upset losses too. Like the Dolphins one, I could see happening.
Yeah, no.
It's in Miami.
Yeah, it is in Miami. Again,
So-
Florida, so
Yeah.
you never know there.
Mhm.
You never.
So, do we have anything else we want to talk about?
I cannot wait for the NFL season.
Yes, NFL season is.
Oh, good.
I
Surely
can't
not
wait
have
for the
on my
Seahawks
fantasy
to do
team.
bad in the draft.
I have the NFL on my fantasy team, so. Anyway, thank you guys for listening to another episode of the Rankaholics podcast. If you want to follow us on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, you can follow us at Rankaholics. You can leave a review on the Apple Podcast app, Spotify, Facebook. Helps us a lot. You can subscribe to our YouTube channel. Pretty good. And I just realized we never went over any of the picks that Sam sent us.
That's okay.
Here, Sam, do all this work.
Let me
we don't care.
let me read it real quick.
I'll
Okay.
tell you if he's wrong. or
Hot
not.
takes or warm takes. He said
Incorrect.
Raiders finished below 500.
Mm.
Okay.
The Patriots finished last in the division.
Wow.
Yes.
The
These
Jets
are
finished at
hot
least 8.
takes, not
Yeah.
warm takes.
Jets finished at least 8 and 9.
Wow.
Predictions. He said the NFC South finishes as the worst division.
Bold.
AFC West beats up on itself, and only 2 teams make the playoffs out of it.
Dude,
Really?
I agree with him on that one.
I
The Vikings
disagree.
win the NFC North, which I think Oh, did I say that as one of mine?
No.
Well, if you have him going
Shoot.
13-4 or 12-5,
Yeah.
then it's not true.
Yeah. Okay. MVP. He has Justin Herbert, and his Defensive Player of the Year. He has Micah
Wow.
Parsons.
We
That's all he gave me
almost
for that.
agree
Wow,
on
that's a
those,
mid
Sam.
answer.
So.
J Herb for the win.
And
Hey, Herbie.
I think I had put something out on Instagram, and Josh I had asked for people's opinions, and Josh had said the Jets are gonna suck this year. That's his prediction.
Okay.
I'm like,
Great prediction. Wow.
Really an eye for football, huh?
So, anyways,
It's like my prediction.
with that being
Lions
said,
don't suck.
until next time, guys.
Jorben out.
Go all my fantasy teams.
Yeah.